KASPA Army, this is your emergency video. And the reason for that I'm making this is because you need to prepare yourself for what is coming. I found several things inside the chart that you need to know about. And yes, I want to show one comment before I start this video. Sorry, video title said for KASPA holders, but your video content just for traders. This video, my previous video, which reached almost 100 likes, was talking about KASPA and Bitcoin. Why? Because those two things are correlated to each other. If Bitcoin is down, KASPA will go down. If Bitcoin goes up, it doesn't mean KASPA always go up. Most of the time, KASPA will go up. But one thing will happen: if Bitcoin goes down, the whole market goes down. I want to have that thing clear. If you are here, you like this type of content, guys. Last video got almost 100 likes. It will be amazing if we can surpass the 100 likes. Just show your love in the comments, show the like, and let's start. This is currently the KASPA chart. And in this video, I want to talk about the KASPA chart, the Bitcoin chart. And one more thing that is very important. If the bull market is over, which could be, we really need to say it to ourselves. It could be over. I'm not negative. I just want to play smart together with you, and I want to share what I'm thinking. Like, yes, we can get a bounce. Yes, we can get lower. In both scenarios, I want to position myself in the best way. So this is the KASPA chart, guys. We can see we are in a downtrend since August 2024. It goes down and more down. I can understand that you have very painful feelings, especially when you bought at this zone here at the upper area. You are probably in a loss of 50%. But looking at Bitcoin right now, we can see that it is not about KASPA actually. Like, yes, maybe last year where KASPA goes down, but where Bitcoin goes up. But right now in the last month, it is brutal. From here to here, Bitcoin dipped 40%. 40. From the same moment, KASPA did 50%, which is for me quite stable. Like, if you see Bitcoin dipping 40%, most of the time, all altcoins will do way more. Some altcoins are even 90% down from this all-time high. As another example, this is Injective. Injective is from the same top as we did for KASPA to right now, almost 60% down. It's even worse. Is there another project that is more down from its all-time high? Red. Maybe some of you like meme coins, maybe some of you don't. Also, we picked the same high and it is here. It is almost 72% down. So getting back to KASPA chart, yes, it is bad to be down 50% in what, like 1 month. Yes, it is bad. I can understand your feelings, but we need to look at the bigger picture here. And that is the reason I want to talk about, hey, is the bull market over and how can we prepare ourselves for that? How I'm acting in this situation. So first of all, maybe you heard it in the last video. In my last video, I said this line, the purple line, the pink line, how you want to call it, is the 50-day moving average. This is the 50-week moving average. In history, we broke below it 2 times earlier. And those 2 times were the start of the bear market. And yes, maybe you don't want to hear it, but it could be. I am not saying again it will happen 100% for sure, because I don't know also. The only thing is, if we get a bounce from here, I need to have a strategy, because I need to set my targets for taking profits. We all do it for the money. We don't do it for the nicest stack for 10 years. No, we invest our hard-earned money into this market to make more of it. You, me, and I think everybody. And who else would just do it for charity? I don't know. That's scenario 1, where we see a bounce to the upside. But what if we see Bitcoin going lower, potentially to 200 weekly moving average? What if that happened? This means that we're getting to the 60k Bitcoin. I think most of you cannot imagine that. 60k for a Bitcoin. But that could be a huge opportunity for all of us, because when you bought during the bear market here, you could have made life-changing gains on a lot of projects. Injective did go to $1.50. It did go to all-time high of $50. It's almost a 40x. We have Solana that did go to $10. As an example, let me open up the Solana chart. At the bottom of the bear market, Solana was around $10, maybe $8. And it did go to $280 at 28x. It is insane how much money you can make during this types of period when nobody is interested into crypto. And if Bitcoin hits 60K, believe me, many of you will leave the space. But those are the moments you want to take action, to make a plan for yourself. So what is my plan? So first of all, looking at the period of the low to the high, we can see all other cycles here. And exactly at around the same period of the market, the top is in. So it is very likely that it could be in. So I want to prepare myself for this, guys. So let's take a look. How long does it take from the top to the bottom? From here to here was 357 days on average. From here to the bottom was 336, 340 days. So it's almost 1 year. Which means if this is our top, it is very likely 350 days, 340, that in September 2026, we can see a potential bottom. I'm not saying it will happen like this. I'm just saying what if, which means that the Bitcoin chart goes like this. If this is my 200 weekly moving average and it goes like this, then it is very likely that the price will go up to the 200 weekly moving average. We get a bounce, we go like that. If this line, this white line, is the future of the 200 weekly moving average and we see the Bitcoin price chart go like this, we go to the 200 weekly moving average and we get reacted, it confirms for me that we are in a bear market. Why? Because it happens in the history also. So we can go like that. This is the line here, and then we can see a potential 60K of Bitcoin. But this is a huge opportunity. Let me take a look. I mentioned about a 200 weekly moving average, right? Let us zoom in the previous cycle where we broke below. We found a bottom here. We did go back to the purple line, 50-day moving average. I'm sorry, I said it wrong there. Then we go here and then we did go lower. If we cannot break above with power the 50-week moving average, it could be over for Bitcoin, but also for KASPA. It is connected with each other. Here we didn't broke below it. 2017, we didn't broke below it. We have a bounce. We broke below it. We got always a touch of the 50-day moving average before it was really ended. So this is my first take on the market. The second take is, what if it is not over yet and that we have the euphoric phase, which we didn't have yet, will come next year? It is possible, of course. We don't know. So what happens here? We broke below it here. We found the bottom, could be right now. We go back to the 50-week moving average. We break above it, retest, and then we have the period of the market where we have all been waiting for. Option 2 is that. So both scenarios we need to keep in mind. We cannot say it is over. We cannot say it is not. We don't know. And if you're still watching this video and you think, hey, this is interesting for me, in the description of this video, we have a link to our community, Automated Alpha, where we talk about the market, discuss with each other, connect with like-minded people about market situations. If you want to join it for free, the link is inside the description for the first 50 people. Getting back to the last part of this video, guys, what is my plan? What is my strategy? So first of all, if it is true that the 4-year cycle bottom is in 2026 September and it is over right now, I want to start collecting as much cash as I can right now. So I want to do as much business as I can. I want to do as much work as I can. I want to collect as much cash as I can for the next 6 months. So in 6 months, I can start DCAing into the market. This could be on Bitcoin, but this can also be on KASPA. So when we get back to the KASPA chart, we know that the bottom here at 1 cent was, not saying the absolute bottom, but it is very likely that we have a bounce here, get to 1 cent, then the next run starts. So what I'm doing is I buy at here, I buy here, I buy here, I buy DCA into projects that I have a list of. Make an Excel sheet for yourself. Write down all the projects that you like, and not only like, but you think that they have potential for next cycle. Please be careful which one you pick. Don't pick projects with a $1 million market cap, because most of the time, 90% of them will be gone next cycle. Pick projects that are here for longer term. Write them down. It can be KASPA. Write down buy area 1, buy area 2, 3, 4. Also make for yourself an amount of money you want to invest. Total amount of invest $10,000 as an example. Then I have 10 projects, which means I can spend. Then I also add an area here of percentage. How much of my percentage of my holdings I want to have in KASPA. I'm a huge KASPA believer. I will do 30% here. I want to have a small bag of Bitcoin. I do 15%, and so on and so on. And with that, you can calculate for yourself this whole strategy and look at price levels. Look at how low can we go? Like, yes, here's a price of interest of support. But if we go lower, we can go to here and here. So I want to have 3 or maybe even 4 buy levels here. If I don't make it to the last one, I don't care. And if I get back to the Bitcoin chart, same as here, if I want to buy Bitcoin as an example, I want to make for myself, I want to do some research, dedicated research. From the top to the bottom was 76% down. So 70.6% down is at 30K. Can we go there? Maybe, I don't know. But I will just make price levels for myself. I will start buying very small here. I will start buying bigger here, bigger and bigger. Because the lower we go, the more I want to buy, the more aggressive I want to buy, and I want to make sure I have cash on the side. So this is my video about this. I hope you learned something about how I handle this situation. Yes, it feels bad, but think about it. This could be a huge opportunity for you in the next 6 to 12 months if you have cash on the side. So make sure that you collect as much cash as you can for this period of the market when the market goes down. And don't overinvest, don't be emotional. Have your plan ready, how much you want to buy in area 1. Write it down, percentage, maybe 10% here, and 20% in buy 2, and maybe 30% in buy 3, and the others in buy 4. And with that, you have a structured plan for yourself, and also maybe potentially make a plan for selling also in the future. If you like this kind of videos, let me know in the comments, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.